Today, let's make a wrist rest perfect for your keyboard or laptop. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today's video is such a fun little video, perfect for anybody who does a lot of typing. So what you're going to need to do is get your laptop or keyboard, and we are going to be measuring across it for how long it is. So this is going to give us the length of our pillow. So as you can see here, I have this ruler. I'm just going to be measuring mine. Mine's around 12 inches or so, and then using that measurement, we are going to want to add about an inch, maybe an inch and a half longer to allow for a seam allowance and just to make sure our pillow is the correct length of the keyboard. So I have this really soft velveteen fabric. It's actually a scrap that I'd made a succulent pillow out of. So I'm going to be using this as I think it'll feel really, really nice on my wrist to be able to rest it on. And then I'm going to be cutting out that length measurement that we found and then just doing about 5 inches or so for the width of this rectangle. And then I'm going to be cutting out this rectangle and then cutting out a second one of these rectangles. And this is going to be our entire pillow. So as you can see, I have these two rectangles cut out. So what I'm going to do now is match them with right sides together so that the right side of the fabric is down, and then just pin 3 of the 4 edges. So on this one short edge, I've gone through and just marked my beginning and end points with those double pins, and I'm just going to go through and pin everything else. So I'm start at that one edge, go all the way around and stop that other edge, making sure I leave a gap. This gap is going to allow me to turn the rectangle right side out after I'm done sewing it. So now I'm going ahead taking a straight stitch all the way around, being sure to backstitch at the beginning and end, as well as just pivoting my corners so that I'm able to do this all in one continuous stitch, and then just sewing all the way around this rectangle. So again, nothing too difficult with this pattern. A lot of it is just some basic sewing steps for how to put this little pillow together. Once I have that done, I'm just going to clip some of these edges so that's not as much extra fabric, and then start to turn my rectangle right side out. So depending on how large your rectangle is, this may be easier or harder. Now it is time to stuff our pillow. So I'm just going to be using this dry polyester stuffing. I found that it worked really well for this as it really held in place. You could use whatever polyfill or stuffing that you had on hand. You could even make this, if you wanted to, more sustainable project using your fabric scraps. It's really up to you and what feels best on your wrist. Once you get it stuffed to your liking, you can then go ahead and test it out, see how it feels. Maybe you want it a little harder, maybe you want it softer. It really depends on what you like. Once it is what you would like though, it is then time to just sew up this little opening that we had that we used for stuffing and turning. So for this, I'm going to be doing a hand stitch, so just taking an invisible stitch all the way through. I'll be sure to link a video about how to do an invisible stitch in case you want more information about that, but really it's however you want to close your pillow. So whatever is the easiest way for you to close this pillow, that's all that really matters, and you're the only one who's going to really be seeing this pillow. I found the invisible stitch gave it a nice touch though, and you couldn't see as much of that seam. So here is my completed pillow. As you can see, this was a very fast and easy project, and now I have this really fun pillow. I actually really liked using the velveteen for this as it's nice and soft, and then this is something that I'm just able to kind of take with me, especially if I'm going to be typing somewhere, if I'm going to be in an office. This is just going to help your wrist and give you a little bit more support while you're at your keyboard. Now, I did see some people talk about using those little kind of like beans instead of using stuffing in this, so if that's something you would like to look into, I would highly recommend it. Overall though, here is what my pillow looks like with my computer. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I've already been using this quite consistently as it really does help my hands, especially when I'm doing a lot of typing or a lot of working. I've used this for so many different videos as well for the editing. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.